Believe me, Mrs. Chambers, you have my deepest sympathy. I know what you must be feeling.
Do you, Mr. Wiseman?
Of course, my dear, your husband Joe wasn't just an employee. He was also a very close personal friend.
Really? He never said.
Oh, yes, well, I mean, that was Joe, wasn't it? You know what I mean? Discreet, loyal, stumm, a nice man, God rest his soul. Believe me, he's a great loss, a tragedy. I trust you had him well insured.
Yes, there is a policy.
Yes, well, a person has to protect themselves against the wicked tricks of fate. Very sensible.
One of us had to be.
I'll take care of the funeral expenses, help you to organise things. It's the least I can do. I just want to help. And a man should be laid to rest with dignity.
Dead. In Hertfordshire, there are major sewer repairs.
Well and truly. A little furry pancake. Needed a shovel to lift him off the road. What do you expect? 20-ton of articulator lorry you can't argue with. I bet the wife's upset. Think he was human the way she's going. Huh? They get attached, don't they? Yeah.
I hope this isn't going to take long.
A small formality, my dear. All you have to do is sign a few papers and leave everything to me. Don't worry.
You got a meet or something?
No, I just wondering where Terry is. He's usually in here by now.
Well, he pulled that blonde sort that was in here last night after you left. He's probably sleeping late.
Sleeping? I don't know how he does it. Really, the boy's obsessed with crumpet. I think he's after the Queen's Award for Industry, and it drains his strength. It interferes with business. Got no consideration at all.
And what were you doing when you were 20 years younger, Arthur?
That is not the point, Dave.
Isn't it?
You know, Terry, as lovers go, you're not too bad.
Yeah, well, I practice a lot. On my own, you know.
Anyway, I thought we were going to have a bath before we did all this.
That's right, yeah. Yes, madam. You're quite right. We're going to have a bath. But you get the end with the taps.
You're a hero.
I'm sorry we can't accommodate your late husband here on the premises, Mrs. Chambers, but as you can see, we are rather full.
Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it. I can't have him at home. I've got my mother staying. She and my husband hated each other. To have him lying around the house yet again would be just too intolerable. Perhaps we should try somewhere else.
Forgive me, Mrs. Chambers, but this is not the kind of thing you shop around for, my dear. And Mr. Medhurst here does a lovely funeral, believe me.
Medhurst?
Forgive me. And he's already handling the arrangements for bringing Joe, God rest his soul, back into the country.
Yes, but what about the body?
Well, that's not a problem. I will arrange a dignified place of temporary rest. What are friends for? I want you to drive me back to the office and then take Mrs. Chambers home.
She's standing it, then?
What, do you think I make a living by being a bad judge of people? She's a million.
Yeah, but Arthur Daly...
Intellectuals, I should trust. Geezers with nous. Now, listen, Randolph. If you want to make a crust in this wicked world, always use mugs. Take my word for it, we're surrounded by them.
What about incapable?
Yes, well, when you've dumped the grieving widow, go find him before his liver winds up in a bottle.
Oh, I'm so terribly sorry, madam.
Oh, God.
Would I could make contact with him, madam. If perchance you have his ear, so to speak, perhaps you could say a few words on my behalf.
You're disgusting.
I'll have you know I was once a professional man of some repute. And a fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons.
Arthur, it's for you. It's Monty Wiseman.
Monty Wiseman? Hello, Monty. Yeah. Of course. Well, you know me, always ready to discuss a bit of business. Yeah, sure. Where? All right, yeah, I'll drop in.
Ah! I thought you said it was war! Oh, it's a step. Oh, Monty, you can't be serious.
I'm serious already. You think I brought you here to tell jokes? Randolph, open the door. Go on,
I can't see you.
In the left. What's the matter?
Oh,
I don't think I feel very well.
I'm not surprised. Look at you. Look at you. You're an affront to nature. A bottle on some laboratory shelf you'll end up in.
That may well be, but my brain is in very good condition.
Well, Arthur, have the good sense to have a trade. So much money you got, you couldn't use £1,000 for a few hours graft?
Grand?
Do you want to haggle?
Oh, no, but there are, one or two things to consider.
Cash, ready's in the hand, no VAT. What's to consider?
Well, I mean, it is a bit, I mean, why can't you handle... Well, not handle, but deal with it?
Well, it's the wife. Nervous disposition. I mean, a thing like that lying around the house. You understand, it's not nice. Anyway, Joe, she didn't know.
Oh, he's not a relation, then?
He's not even the same religion.
But if he's not a relation, why are you, you know?
Well, close personal friend, no family. What could I do, Arthur? A man must be laid to rest with dignity.
Dignity? In my lockup?
Well, he won't be complaining, will he? Arthur, last time I saw a pair of legs like that, one of them had a message tied to it.
You're all right, you've got a problem. No problem. Just a little job I want you to help me with.
Help? Or do it for you, eh? Go on, next.
Help! Assist! Aid! Give him a hand, remember?
Great, come in.
Get some of that down you.
Thanks.
Well done, my dear.
You're Arthur, right?
Such is my name.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was Arthur.
It is Arthur.
So who's such?
Pardon? Terry, what is happening? I seem to be missing something.
Oh, no, not at all. Come on, what about this job? Don't be daft, spit it out.
Well, look, we got to go to the airport tomorrow and pick someone up.
Or someone who's flying in.
Will have been flown in, yeah.
That's no problem, is it? You've got your motor?
No, it's not that. It's a little bit more complicated. You see, he's a bit incapacitated.
Oh, an invalid?
Yeah, you could say invalid, yeah.
A wheelchair job, is it?
No, not wheelchair, but he is very, very ill.
How ill?
Could say terminally.
Terminally?
Well, to be really accurate, I mean precise. He's dead.
First, I make a central incision in the abdominal wall. That is, of course, unless my hand slips. Then I open up the peritoneum, and having completed my examination, remove the offending organ. And then
Here, you seen Incapable?
No.
You? You seen Incapable? Justice.
Now, let me get this straight. Monty Wiseman is paying you 500 quid to collect a dead mate of his, and you are going to keep the body in your slaughter.
Well, you can't turn down that kind of dough, Terry.
If I didn't know you, I'd think it was a wind-up.
No, it's serious.
You're dead serious.
Yeah. Oh, Terry, please.
Monty Wiseman ain't got any friends. I mean, Monty Wiseman is so crooked he'd nick the rings from under his mother's eyes. I mean, if he's parting with a monkey, there's got to be a catch.
So young and yet so cynical. Look, the man is a close personal friend. Even the Monty Wisemans of this world are entitled to a moment of genuine grief.
Look, if he was grieving, he wouldn't be dumping his friend in your slaughter, would he?
It's not a slaughter, it's a warehouse, Terry. Unfortunate term in the circumstances.
One of us must be drunk.
It's all within the law, legal and proper, I tell you.
Yeah, but that Monty Wiseman, I mean, the people he knows, the places, I mean, he could have dumped his friend anywhere, couldn't he? I mean, why pick on us?
Trust, I suppose, Terence. Plain and simple trust.
Well, I don't know where else to look. Piss artist like that could be anywhere, couldn't he?
He's got to go back to that filthy cars he lives in sometimes. You go back there and hang about till he shows up.
Leave off, Monty. I'll probably catch something. Have you seen it?
It's the only way. Listen, darling, your sums are atrocious. This booking had cost me money. What's the matter with you?
Listen, Mont, you sure about all this?
Randolph, possession is 9 points of the law, right?
So they say.
So, if we run into a little difficulty, who's in possession?
Arthur.
Right.
Look, shut.
Huh?
Maybe it's been a bad month for death.
Terry, I'm not sure what their opening hours are.
Listen, what this geezer die of anyway?
Heart attack on a boat on the way to Malta. According to Monty. Well, that's why the departed has got to be flown back so that his mortal remains can repose somewhere till Monty makes arrangements for the funeral.
Yeah, but shouldn't his mortal remains repose in a place like this?
Yeah, well, I mean, perhaps there's other company in there. Or perhaps Monty wants to mourn in private. I don't know. Mr. Midhurst?
Midhurst, yes. Can I help you?
Yes, are you the under...
The funeral director, yes.
I'm Mr. Daly.
Oh, yes, Mr. Wiseman did ring and explain things. Will you come in a minute? I'll just get the coat and the papers. Oh, it's all right. We're not open yet. Only the walking allowed. Will you be accompanying me in the van to the airport, or do you have a car?
No, we'll just follow you up in the car.
Oh, I see. Now, I understand from Mr. Wiseman that you are in some way related to Mr. Chambers.
Mr. Chambers?
The deceased.
Oh, yes, distantly second cousin. We've never actually met, socially, that is.
Oh, I see. Still, it's never pleasant, is it? Well, I'll get my coat and we can be on our way.
What was all that then? I didn't know Monty was going to tell him I was a cousin.
You better read that.
What to do after death? Oh, Terry. This don't seem right to me, Terry.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, innit?
No, not that. It is. I mean, it should be us. And blokes in dark suits. I mean, look at that undertaker. He's wearing a sports jacket. Anyone would think we'd come to collect furniture. No respect these days, Terry. No respect at all.
Well, I shouldn't think it would upset your second cousin too much.
Mr. Daly, it's all in order. They're bringing the body out now.
Well, go on, then.
Come with me. major medical supplies?
It's all right, it's quite standard. Just a discreet way of transporting, that's all.
Oi, you. How long's this cousin of yours been brown bread?
Terry.
Well, it could be unhealthy, couldn't it?
Well, actually, the body was embalmed at the port of call.
Oh, that's a relief.
If you could just give me a hand to load it up.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to move the transit, aren't we? The key's in it.
Look, Terry, no, I'll do that. You help Mr. Meadhurst.
Oh, hold on, that'll do you. All right, hold on.
It'll be heavy.
Well, it's a dead weight, isn't it? Open the doors.
Give it a sharp and it'll slide inside.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Bloody hell, Arthur! Yeah. Sorry, mate.
That's all right.
Not you, him.
Don't think that little mishap caused any damage, do you, Terry?
Can't get much more damage than dead.
No, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. That is the kind of irreverence for the human condition I find totally offensive.
Especially at 500 quid a time, eh? Oh, yeah, how much am I getting out of that?
Oh, well, that depends on how long you have to spend with the late lamented Mr. Chambers.
Do what?
Oh, sorry, didn't I tell you? Monty wants someone to watch over his poor perished pal while he makes all the arrangements, you know. He wants someone to sit with him.
How do you feel now, dear?
I feel perfectly all right, Mother.
Good.
I did know about his heart, you know.
Gadding around the world like that. He never did have any consideration for others.
Not totally inconsiderate, at least. He's left me comfortable.
Yes, and you be careful some other man doesn't come along to take advantage of it.
Don't worry, I will be.
When did you say the funeral was?
Tomorrow.
Nice of that Mr. Wiseman to help out.
Convenient, yes.
No, Arthur. Definitely not. There is no way I'm going to sit minding a bleeding corpse.
Just for a short time, Terry, till Monty can make other arrangements.
Are you deaf or something?
No.
Exactly, that's my answer too. No, N-O. Got it?
You don't have to make your mind up now. This will be on nice wages.
Arthur?
Not here, surely.
Well, it is only temporary, you know, till Mr. Wiseman makes other... Well, I'll just make some room while you and Terry...
Well, it's not very orthodox, Mr. Daly.
Well, I do believe my late cousin was not famed for his formality. But it's all right, isn't it? I mean, there's no lawful reason why...
No.
Good, good. Well, don't just stand there, Terry. Give Mr. Meadhurst a hand. Oh, and move my car out of the way and lock it.
OK, Arthur, I'm not sure, maybe a couple of hours, right? Just make sure he's not left on his own.
I'll be off then.
Hold on, I'm coming with you.
Yeah, but Monty, Monty?
Wait, come on.
Monty?
No, Arthur.
Look, it's only for a couple of hours, Terry.
Arthur, not even for 10 minutes.
I'll tell you what, look, 50 sobs. No, I can't say fairer than that. And that is on top of the pony I've already given you.
No.
75.
100?
Done. Cash in your claw. Soon as Monty weighs in, you can collect. You have my committed word.
No. I mean, he's probably going to knock you anyway, isn't he? Besides, I've got a meet.
Hey, you've got a meet?
Yeah, I promised Nancy I'd take her out for a cuff.
A drink? That's charming. That is nice. I am in Stook and you're going birding it.
Well, it's only a couple of hours, isn't it? I don't see why you can't dwell here.
Oh, Terry, I would, but I promised her indoors I'd take her shopping at Brent Cross.
You?
Yeah, and she'll go potty if I don't turn up.
Look, just bell her and explain things.
I'll leave it out, Terry. She wouldn't believe it.
I don't bleed and believe it. I'll see you later.
Well, Terry. Terry! Hey, don't shut the door!
Wake the schmuck up, Randolph.
He's well zonked, Monk. You ain't gonna get much joy out of him for some time.
Aye, that's all I need. Well, tie the drunken bub to the bed so as he can't get his hands on any more booze when he wakes up. We'll come back later.
What are you doing here?
You invited me, remember?
Oh, that's right. Come on in. Come here.
It's all right, isn't it? Yeah, the door was open, so I just came up.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about that. It's an open house. It's a squat. Everybody's welcome.
Everybody?
Well, not everybody.
I don't want to be your plaything for another hour, you know.
There's a drink over there if you want one. Just help yourself. Or, you want something else?
Listen, do you have to smoke that crap?
Hello?
Hello, Wiseman Enterprises?
Mr. Wiseman, this is Mr. Meadhurst.
Oh, hello, Mr. Meadhurst. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm afraid we have a little problem concerning the late Mr. Chambers.
Problem? What do you mean? What problem?
Well, I've had a phone call from the coroner's office requesting a post-mortem. I have informed Mrs. Chambers.
Just a moment. How come the coroner knows about my friend?
Well, you've probably forgotten, but I did explain to you that it is incumbent on the funeral director to inform the coroner.
A courtesy call, you said?
Well, yes, but I'm afraid I shall have to collect your late friend and deliver him to the mortuary in order for the post-mortem to be carried out. That is the law, Mr. Wiseman, and there's nothing we can do.
Randolph!
I'm afraid the funeral arrangements for tomorrow will have to be cancelled, Mother.
Can't rely on the man even when he's dead.
Where the hell are you going to?
I'm leaving. I'm going home. I don't feel very well.
You ain't going nowhere.
Please, Monty, I've had the most disturbing experience. I feel quite wretched.
Wretched? What's wretched already?
That in there, it was horrible. Horrible. It moved and made the most weird noise. I'm telling you, Monty, it is not of this world.
Have you been drinking?
Drinking?
Come on.
No, Monty. You're tampering with the forces beyond the pale.
Where is it?
Over there, on the pet food. The undead. It's not natural, Monty.
Shut up, Arthur. Give us a knife.
Look, Monty, please. I've read my Dennis Wheatley. You are dealing with the supernatural. Ouija, ectoplasm, and that sort of thing. Evil beyond man's understanding.
What are you? Crank of some kind?
Here, Arthur. This casket is zinc-lined, hermetically sealed with solder. Nothing has got out of here, and that includes the undead.
Look, Monty, I know what I saw, I know what I heard. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, Arthur. Now, listen, have you got a roof rack or something around here?
Roof rack?
Yep, they go on top of cars to put luggage in.
I know what a roof rack is.
Well, have you got one, Arthur?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do a very nice line in roof racks. I can let you have 2 dozen at cost
We
price.
only want one. Well, get it. We've got to shift this right away.
Shift it? Why?
Because they want to commit unspeakable indignities on my friend here.
Unspeakable indignities?
Yes, Arthur. And that I cannot allow them to do.
Who?
Interfering bureaucrats, that's who. And feeling schmucks.
The coroner wants to slice him up.
But that's official. I mean, you can't just hide a body.
You want a bed?
Where?
Boy, you got a nerve.
Right?
You've only known me for 2 minutes, and already you're trying to organize my life.
It was you who said you fancied a walk.
What about that hassle with the dope?
Well, what's a good-looking bird like you need with that crap, eh?
You see what I mean? Lectures already.
You want anything stronger than grass?
What's that got to do with you? God, you're beginning to sound like a cop.
Look, if you want to be used and exploited by the slags who deal in that crap, all right, rock on. I mean, you won't be the first rock and roller to sit outside Boots in the dilly with her tongue hanging out, will you?
You see what I mean? Now he's a social worker.
Oh, no, he's a social worker.
Come here.
I beg your pardon?
Come here. You're nice. You're a little bit old-fashioned, but nice. Not like most of the guys I meet.
I suppose a Lego was out of the question.
Anyway, you can talk about being used. What about that Arthur of yours? I mean, from what I can make out, he uses you all the time.
Yeah, I suppose so, in a way, yeah.
I mean, that business with the dead body.
No, with Arthur and me, it's different, you see. I mean, we got an understanding. Like, he knows how far he can or can't go with me. What I'll stand for and what I won't.
He won't stand for it, Monty. I'm telling you, he'll go potty.
Well, let Randolph worry about that, shall we? Do me a favour, Arthur. Stop whining about Terry.
Monty, this is the boys' home. I mean, nobody likes strangers parked in their living room, especially dead ones.
Ah, you're right, Arthur. Randolph, slap it in the bedroom, it'll be easier. Oh.
You working tonight?
Yeah.
Or shall I come down and see you?
Yeah.
Do you want to go home?
No, I can't go back to my pad. The boys are going to be all over the place.
Let's go to mine, then.
You two all right?
Well, I'll have another one, yeah, Nance.
Oh, no, thanks, not me. Don't need it.
Well, you look nice and jolly.
I had a bereavement in the family, ain't I?
Oh.
Our old Tom, he got run over.
Tom?
A cat.
Oh. Fond of it, were you?
Couldn't stand the bleeding thing.
Oh. Well, I'm afraid I don't understand, Mrs. Chambers. You say that Mr. Wiseman never told you where your husband was.
No, he didn't, and I can see why.
And that Mr. Daly, the man who accompanied me to the airport, is in no way a relation.
Don't you think I would know if he was?
Well, yes, of course, but it does all seem to me to be just a little odd.
Odd is hardly an adequate term to describe the fact that my late husband has been parked in a garage, Mr. Meadhurst.
Oh, well, I can assure you, Mrs. Chambers, I naturally assumed...
Yes, I know it isn't your fault. But if there's something funny going on, I would like to know about it.
Funny?
It could affect the insurance policy.
You go spare. Absolutely spare. There you go, Walt. That should do it for the minute. Oh, my good God. Huh? What's the matter? The nameplate. It's the wrong way up.
Well, so what?
So what? You've got your... He's upside down.
Well, I don't suppose the blood will rush to his head.
Monty, I have to tell you, I am beginning to think your interest in your dear friend is less than sentimental.
Arthur, me? Monty Wiseman? How could you think such a thing?
And I don't think you've been absolutely straight with me.
Really?
Well, not lies, actually, but, you know, little bits of omission.
Randolph and me, we have to go somewhere to collect someone. Now, you'd better be here when we come back. We wouldn't want Randolph to have to spend time looking for you, now would we, Arthur? Schweitz.
Can I come?
Terry? I can explain everything. I think you bleatin' better.
Now that's it, Arthur. This is well over the top. You've taken a right liberty.
Terry, I keep telling you I had no choice.
I want this out of here, and I want it out now.
But you know what Monty Wiseman's like.
He's going to know what I'm like.
Yeah, but he can be very persuasive.
So can I, Arthur.
Yeah, but you're forgetting Randolph. He can be even more persuasive.
I can be downright insistent.
Oh, calm down, Terry. It's not all that bad.
Not all that? Do you believe him? He puts a dead body in my bedroom and he says it's not all that bad.
Well, I agree it's not a situation one finds desirable.
It's bleeding obscene.
Please, Terry, that is not nice. Remember, we are all mortal.
Well, if he had to be laid to rest, the bedroom is as good a place as any.
Now, don't you start. Anyway, I ain't been laid to rest, has he? Standing up in my flat.
I don't think so, Terry.
You've even got him on his head.
No, that wasn't me. That was Monty and Randolph done that.
That bleeding Wiseman.
Oh, I'd hardly call him wise. A little bit of levity, Terence, just to try and get the situation into perspective.
The situation, Arthur, is I don't want dead bodies as part of my fixtures and fittings.
Look, Terry, I can understand you being a bit upset.
Oh.
But I am also upset.
Oh.
I have been witness to unexplainable phenomenon and am exposed to dark forces. I've had a very disturbing experience.
Arthur, what are you talking about?
The occult, Terry, the occult. Spirits of the nether regions. Things that go bump in the night. Or day, in this case.
I'm sorry, mate. I ain't standing for that.
What?
Arthur, I know you. It's me, Terry, right? He's going to tell me some lunatic story and then expect me to think, oh, well, it's poor old Arthur, I'd better help.
That has no bearing on the matter. It happened. I even passed out. I fell and hurt my head. Look, Phil.
I'm not interested, Arthur.
All right, have it your way.
I was obviously wrong to expect a sympathetic hearing from someone I've always thought of as a friend and a confidant.
Don't you ever stop? All you're thinking about is the dough you're going to make out of this lark.
I'm glad you brought that up, because it did cross my mind, and I dismissed it immediately. But as I say, I had no choice. And now that he's a fait accompli, I think it only fair that you should have half the fee.
Arthur, will you get it into that thick head of yours? Something is very dodgy here.
Well, I did say to Monty I didn't think he was being entirely frank with me.
Look, just think about it, eh? Why won't he let the coroner get his hands on his late friend, eh? What's there to hide? I mean, there might not even be a body in there. Could be full up with dope or something. And we could be in right stock if this all comes on top.
Well, let's open it and find out.
No, we mustn't open it. No, Terry, no.
Not Wiseman.
Pardon?
Look, nobody's opening anything, right? I'm going to run you home, and then I'm going to sort out Monty and Randolph, the Red-Nosed Ranger. And you are going to stay here in case I miss them.
No, I'm not staying with Thingy, not after what I've been through, Terry.
It's like you said, innit?
What?
You've got no choice. Come on, Curly.
Don't worry, Arthur. Just keep a stiff upper.
She's American.
You seem to know Mr. Daly and his assistant, Sergeant.
Oh, yes, I know them, Mr. Medhurst.
Meadhurst?
And Monty Wiseman.
I do hope you don't mean in a professional sense, Sergeant.
That's precisely what I do mean, madam.
I don't understand. What is going on? What has happened to my husband's body?
I don't know, madam, but I intend to find out. What do you think, Jones?
Well, with that little firm, it's got to be a bit iffy, Gav. But I wouldn't have thought Arthur and Terry were in the same league as Wiseman.
Perhaps Arthur's getting ambitious.
Sergeant!
I'm sorry, madam, just thinking out loud. Now, tell me, you say your late husband worked for Monty Wiseman. Doing what, exactly?
We never talked much about what he did. Some sort of travel career, as I understood it. Mr. Wiseman has a travel agency, you see.
And that's not all.
Sergeant, I demand that something be done about this.
I couldn't agree more, madam.
Good morning, sir. Can I help? No, not yet, no.
Terry, what can I do for you? Sit down and tell me the problem.
Don't give me all that bullshit. I want that body, if that's what it is, removed from my flat, and I want it done now.
No interruptions. If that's what it is. Now, Terry, what are you saying?
What I'm saying is you're a lying, thieving bastard who takes liberties, only you ain't going to take any with me.
Now, look, Terry, you haven't made the mistake of tampering with that casket, have you?
No, I haven't, no. But don't you make the mistake of thinking it's got anything to do with you or that pudding you keep on a leash.
All right. You've got the needle, I can understand that, but I'm sure we can come to some arrangement. Now, look, I'll tell Arthur to give you half the grand I'm bunging him.
Grand?
Well, I know it's generous to afford, but what the hell, a favour's a favour, right?
Wrong. That is not staying at my gaff at any price.
Nah, don't be unreasonable, Terry. I mean, 2 hours, that's all, no longer. You don't even have to go back home. As soon as Randolph rings me, I'll schlep round there with him, and soon after we'll all be away. I'll give you my word.
It is not staying at my place for 2 minutes, let alone a couple of hours. Now listen, you get it shifted, or I'm going to bung it in the street and the old bill can sort it out.
Terry, listen, what can I do? Randolph is making arrangements for somewhere now. As soon as he rings, I promise you.
Well, it better be before I get home. Already.
Darling, don't parade around. Get on that phone and get me some wheels.
Don't, please don't. Don't. I'm perfectly all right.
Incapable, I'm waiting. Please.
My name's Mr. Sims.
All right. Mr. Sims. Shift your drunken ass, please! Come on, you look lovely. And don't forget your toolbox.
I'm not going to do it.
What are you, some kind of nut as well as a lush?
I'm sorry, Mr. Wiseman. It's both immoral and illegal.
Can you believe this schmuck? Listen, you won't even have to worry about slipping with the scalpel on this one. The man's dead already.
I'm sorry. The answer has to be no.
Oh, come on, get hold of him.
Terry, what you doing?
I'm getting rid, that's what I'm doing, and now you're here, you can give us a hand.
Look, we're supposed to be minding this. Monty will go berserk.
I don't give a monkey's what Monty will do, it's going!
Terry! What you going to do with it?
I don't know. Dump it somewhere.
Dump it? Terry, there's a human body in there. You know respect. They teach you nothing in school assembly.
What's up, Arthur? You worrying about the grand that Monty promised you?
That is not the point, Terry. It's a matter of human dignity. This is sacrilegious. And what will he think? Have you thought about that?
Look, just get the other end up. Otherwise, I'll drag it out by myself. Get the other end. Come on.
Careful. You're making a big mistake, Terry. You're not thinking. I mean, if anything goes wrong, it's all legal and proper, isn't it? I mean, we're in the clear, but if it goes missing and the old Bill gets involved, we'll be in right trouble.
Look, just move it, will ya? Turn round, it'll be easier.
Wait.
Hang on. Come on.
Wait. Let me spin it. Go! Terry, you've gone and done it again.
You wait here.
So?
What is this desecration?
This was not my idea, Monty. Tell him, Terry, tell him.
I'll have your legs for this, Arthur.
You're gonna have to have mine as well, then.
Randolph, Arthur, take this back inside.
Hold on. If you'll pardon the expression, gents. Over my dead body.
Monty.
Stop. Leave it to me.
That is a comfort.
What the hell's going on here?
Mrs. Chambers, I assure
Are you responsible for this?
Good gracious me, no, it was him, you see.
You bastard! You bastard! I'll
She's mad! Get out!
Shut up, you nutter!
Chambers, calm down. We'll sort it out.
You're responsible. I'll sue you as well.
Get her in the car.
You bastards! I want these animals arrested, Sergeant.
It'll be my pleasure,
They're
madam. You just go and sit in the car and let me handle it.
An unhappy accident, Mr. Chisholm. I just came to collect my poor departed friend and...
Can it, Monty? Well, I don't know what the wording on the charge sheet will read. Body snatching more or less went out with Burke and Hare. But I should think conspiracy will do for starters.
Now, don't be hasty, Mr. Chisholm. This has got nothing to do with me.
No, or me.
No, we were just doing Mr. Wiseman here a favour.
That's right.
You? A favour?
Well, the service then. Mere paid hirelings. It was simply a question of storage till Mr. Wiseman could make funeral arrangements.
At least that's what he told us.
Now, Mr. Meadhurst here can confirm my role in this unhappy affair. Please.
Yes, I suppose so. I did phone Mr. Wiseman a few hours ago with the coroner's decision.
That is correct. So I came over as soon as I could to inform Mr. Daly. And what do I find? My friend cast on the steps like so much garbage. A tragedy. God knows what they were up to.
Who knows what we were up to? Now, come off it. You know very well what we were doing.
Well. Incapable. And what would Monty be wanting with you?
Let him get in touch with his solicitor. He's not right. The law of ages forces allows him to get in touch with someone. I have been held in custody for over 24 hours in a cell. That is an affront to human dignity. Not to add the citizen's inalienable right to adequate toilet facilities. I shall be getting in touch with my MP. It's a clear case of police brutality. Not to mention the
Will
fact
you turn it in? It's your bleeding fault.
God, what's her indoors going to say?
Telling you had a bad case of coughing.
No, Terry, this is no time for uncouth levity.
Well, Arthur managed to sort out a few facts, thanks to Incapable.
Incapable?
The geezer in Monty's car.
Oh, I'd like to say neither Terry nor me never met him.
I know, Arthur. Must be your lucky day.
Does that mean we can go, then?
Do you know why Incapable is called Incapable?
Well, no, how could we?
Oh, that's right. How could you? Anyway, he used to be a surgeon. One day, he went into the operating theatre, a bit pissed, and his scalpel slipped, and a patient died. So he lost his job and took to the source.
Well, this is interesting, isn't it, Arthur?
So Monty got hold of Incapable to perform an operation on his so-called mate Chambers, who was acting as a courier in stolen diamonds for the bold Monty, and used the novel idea of smuggling them inside his stomach. He swallowed them and waited for nature to take its course.
Could I have a drink of water, please?
Anyway, the geezer had a heart attack and Monty wanted his stones back.
It's really strange. So how did you and Arthur get out of it?
There was no evidence. They did an autopsy on Chambers but didn't find anything. Yeah, even Wiseman got off.
What do you mean we've got to go to the funeral? It's just a formality, Terry, a mark of respect, that's all. Anyway, Monty insists. Oh, he does he? Well, what he said was, either we go or I don't get paid. Amounts to the same thing. Just finish off the job, that's all.
Finish off the job?
No, not finish off the job. That's all done and over, but tidy up the loose ends.
What loose ends?
Now, look, I don't understand it either, Terry. The point is, Monty owes me, us, for all the aggro, and I intend to see that you get it.
Yeah, cop this. Let's go.
What is that, Monty?
They must have missed them at the autopsy. They had to be there in the mortal remains. And diamonds are immune from fire, right? Well, let's go, Schmitz!
If I didn't know better, I would have thought you were about to nick the ashes of the late Joe Chambers.
Oh, leave off. I know, we're mere employees, Mr. Chisholm.
Me? You've got to be joking. We were just going to spread the ashes on the river.
Well, that's down to the widow, Monty.
I love Joe as well, you know.
A nice guy. A nice guy, they said, Terry.
A diamond, Mr. Chisholm.